Yes, sir. Sorry about that. Yeah, I had my guy on here, Jose, for Lunch Break Hot Take, man. We had a lot of fun on here yesterday, man. Did our mock draft. Uh, you know, I'll run it back down to you guys whoever missed it. We had a shitload of fun yesterday, man. So it went like this. Then I'm gonna do my own. Yeah, a lot of fun, a lot of interesting pick. Number one, Jose took Aiden Hutchinson to the Jaguars. He picked for the AFC. I picked for the NFC. Number two, I took Trayvon Walker to the Lions. That was a solid pick right there. Like I said, a lot of people see him going first overall anyway. Number three, he gave the Texans Evan Neal, tackle out of Alabama. Number four, he had the Jets taking Kayvon Thibodeau, defensive end out of Oregon. That was a solid pick. And then I was up at five with the Giants. I gave him Ike Ekwonu, tackle out of NC State. He can play all over the offensive line. They need O-line help bad. And then at number six, I gave the Panthers Charles Cross. I could have gave them a quarterback, but I was like, I don't know. Kenny Pickett, Malik Willis, I don't know. Like, are they ready to step in right away? So I played the safe and game left tackle with Charles Cross because Cam Irvin, he's not their long term solution at left tackle. No way, no how. So I was back up again with seven with the Giants again. I took Lamar Sauce Gardner. They could have used an edge rusher here, but they got 2 second round picks, so that'll be just the edge rush. And in that round. But they need a Sauce Gardner, James Bird, Brian Dory Jackson. Them guys, they're okay, but they're not game changers. Sauce is a game changer. Then at eight, I was back up the Falcons. They could have, excuse me, they could have went anywhere. Receiver, quarterback, edge rush, corner, D-line, whatever. They need help everywhere. So I gave them George Karlaftis, defensive out of Purdue. They lost Dante Fowler. And like I said, you can't name the rest of the edge rushers. I don't know who they got rushing the pass today. So I gave him to him at eight. He'll come in, plug and play right away, be a 10-digit, double digit sack guy, a 10-digit. And then number nine, with the Seahawks, I gave him Malik Willis. Yeah, I know they need help at tackle and corner, but I say get the quarterback here because they got 2 first-round picks, so they can get a tackle in that, in that second round. One of those second-round picks. We get the quarterback here. Drew Lock is on basically this is the last year of his rookie deal. He don't get a fifth-year option because he was a second-round pick. So you take Malik Willis right here, and he'll be ready to roll. If not this year, by next year for sure. Then he step in with DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Noah Fant. He'll have some decent weapons around him. All right, so at number 10, Jose took Jameson Williams, wide receiver, Alabama. We all know he's nursing an injury, so the Jets got a couple of decent receivers to hold it down until he comes back. No, who they have? They have Denzel. I said Denzel. I mean, Denzel Mims, Elijah Moore, and what's the other guy? Corey Davis. Who split the Titans. Yeah, so them guys can hold it down until he get back, and that'll be a nice receiving core. All right, so at number 11, I took Kyle Hamilton for the Washington Commanders. Like I said, he's just the best player on the board at this point. I could have went corner, could have went receiver, but their safeties, I believe, are Landon Collins and Cameron Curl. Neither one. Like Landon Collins is not the same player he once was, and Cameron Curl, he's okay, but he's not. Kyle Hamilton would be it's like a modern day Sean Taylor, as far as his size and speed. Of course he went nowhere near as fast as him. Sean Taylor was a 4.3 guy. He ran 4.6, but just the size 6'4", 220, can cover range and line up, playing the slot, all that. So I got him there at 11 to the Commanders. Then at 12, I took Trent McDuffie to the Vikings. That was because they need help at corner bad. No no Jeff Gladney, he's gone. Mike Hughes is gone in Kansas City, and then Trey Waynes is, I think, believe he's in Cincinnati, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so they need a corner here, so I gave him Trent McDuffie. At 13, Jermaine gave the Texans Jermaine Johnson Jr. out of Florida State. edge rusher. They can use help everywhere, honestly. So you can really not go wrong with any pick for the Texans. All right, then he's back up the Ravens. This one caught me by surprise a little bit, but I like it because I get understanding what he was trying to do. He went Chris Olave, wide receiver out of Ohio State, because he felt like, we're going to pay Lamar this money. Let's make sure he have as many weapons as his disposal, like the other quarterbacks, like the Barrows, the Cannon. It's Cannon. Josh Allen. Uh, what's the man? Charge Justin Herbert. All these other quarterbacks. Even Tua, we gotta make sure he has weapons to succeed. So Chris Olave with Hollywood, and Rashad Bateman at Duvernay. That would be a nice little trio. Well, actually, quad trio, just with Devin Duvernay as well. Okay, so with the Eagles at 15, I gave them Derek Stingley Jr. I know a lot of Eagles fans will watch this are jumping out their seat. I wanted him to go to the Ravens, but my man Jose said defund the defense, so I ain't gonna knock him. So right here at 16, I got the Saints going Bernard Raymond, left tackle out of Central Michigan. They got two good tackles there. Him and Luke Duke. I think that's how you say his name. They got two bookend tackles there. They lost what's my man, Tyron Armstead in free agency. He went to the Dolphins, so they need a left tackle that bad. Chargers at 17, he gave them Daxton Hills, cornerback safety. They can use some help there. Chris Harris ain't gonna play forever, so they can use a guy in the slot, and they can use another safety alongside Derwin James. And plus, with his injury history, he could slide in and play safety. If he were to go down. So at 18, I gave the Eagles Devin Lloyd. I continue to fix that Eagles defense. Like I said, the secondary and the linebacking core are the weakest parts of the defense. More so the safeties, like I said. Excuse me. More so, the safety, because Rodney McLeod's gone, Melton Jenkins retired. They got a hole at both safety spots. So go ahead and gave Kyle Hamilton, and the linebackers core is not that bad either. So Devin Lloyd, go ahead and make the Eagles defense great again. And at 19 with the Saints, I gave them Garrett Wilson, wide receiver out of Ohio State. He'll probably be gone before this, most likely. Top 10 guy for sure. But they need a receiver bad, man. Left tackle, receiving quarterback. The quarterback will get taken in, second round, not next year for sure. Mike Thomas hasn't played all last year. Like I said, their best receiver was Marquise Callaway. And then, Traquan Smith, I think he's great. He's a free agent soon. And Deontay Harris is more so a special team guy, but can do a little damage at receiver with a speed, local guy. Number 20 with the Steelers, Jose gave him Kenny Pickett, quarterback out of Pittsburgh. So basically, he gets to stay in the Steel City. You don't have to go far at all. So that's good for him and his family. So, Ben Kershaw, Ben Roethlisberger, now Kenny Pickett. Patriots right here. I had him taking Andrew Booth Jr., cornerback. Jose had him because he had AFC. I'm sorry. He gave him Andrew Booth Jr., cornerback out of Clemson. Tall guy, 6'1", 6 foot, man, can jam, tackle, all that. He just fit the Patriot mold. I would like him. I would like him to the Ravens too, honestly. But at 22, I was up the Packers. I gave him Treylon Burks, wide receiver out of Arkansas. Like I said, we all see the clear hole with no Devontae Adams, no Montez Valdez-Scantling. So somebody has to catch the ball, man, riders, right? So getting Treylon Burks, 6'3", 220-pound guy, ran like a 4.4, I believe. Pretty good speed. Cardinals, 23. I had them taking Tyler Linderbaugh. They can use like edge rush help or anywhere on the D line, but you got to keep Kyler Murray upright. And the quickest way to get pressure to the quarterback is right through his face. So solidify that, and then you got a shot, and then everything else they need, they can get later on in the draft. They got to keep Kyler Murray from, getting banged up, because he be missing so many games because he's so small in stature. So let's get somebody up there to keep the pocket clean for him. All right, number 24. Cowboys up again. I gave them Kyla Gordon, guard slash tackle out of Texas A&M. Like I said, they got to hold that right. I'm not right guard. Well, yeah, right. Well, left guard period because they got Zach Martin, so he can play guard or tackle. But if they can plug Keon Rayner in the right tackle and leave Zach Martin in that right guard, you know, and then they can get another center or another guard second round. Uh, at 25, Jose was up with the Bills. He took Kyla Elam, cornerback out of Florida. Like I said, Trey Davis White coming off a serious injury. So they need to have somebody in there ready to go. They could use receiver, but like I said, they can, it's not a big need because you got Diggs, Gabriel Davis, and they just signed Jamison Crowder from the New York Jets, so they can survive right there. All right, at 27, I was up. I took Desmond Ritter for the Bucks. So Brady not going to play forever, so you need somebody to get ready because, like I said, he retired to the season. That way they won't sit around like, damn, what we gonna do at quarterback? Desmond Ritter right there waiting for you, and he has weapons to throw to. So it's a good situation for him. All right, at 28, I had the Packers taking the Kobe Dean. Pair him with Devon J. Cameron in the middle. So you got two beast inside linebackers flying to the ball. They haven't had that since like Nick Barnett and AJ Hawk. So that's a good pick right there. And the Chiefs at 29, Jose had him taking Drake London. We all know that he's going to go way sooner than this, but that's just how our draft shook out. So that'll be golden for them at 29. And then he had them taking Big Jordan Davis. We all know he's going to go way before 30 as well. He's going to be probably a top 15 pick. He took him at 30. The Chiefs need as much help on defense as once, so why not get the best interior defensive lineman? And then 31, he's back up the Bengals. He gave them Trevor Pennant, even though they addressed the offensive line with Leal Collins and those guys. You can never have enough linemen. Like I said, Joe Burrow was beat up pretty bad. So you slide Trevor Pennant in that right tackle, move Leal Collins to guard, and then boom, that offensive line is solidified for real. Nothing more important than protecting your franchise quarterback. And then number 32, the Lions that took Matt Corral, because Jared Goff is not that long time to answer at quarterback. So that was the mock draft from yesterday for you guys who missed it. Now I'm gonna give you my personal mock draft. This is like my final one before the draft tomorrow. So it goes like this. At 1, I had the Jaguars taking Aiden Hutchinson, of course, no brainer there. And you need edge rush help. They just re-signed Cam Robinson to a nice deal, so he's not going anywhere. And Juwan James is there, so they got the second round. They want to get another lineman, but they should be good for now. Number 2, I got the Lions taking Kayvon Thibodeau. Like I said, they need to change that culture there, so why not get the best edge rusher, the second best edge rusher available? Like I said, Trey Flowers. I think he's going to be I think he's a free agent, and then like I said, they have nobody else on the defense that on the front seven that scares you. Number 4 or 3, I tell the Texans taking Trayvon Walker, defensive out of Georgia, national champion. Like we all know, he has the ceiling to be a better pro than college prospect. Although he was pretty good, but he wasn't like lights out like the first 2 guys were Kayvon Thibodeau and Aiden Hutchinson. So I got Trayvon Walker going 3 to the Texans. So for 3 pick is edge rush. All right. Then at 4, I got the Jets taking Sauce Gardner. They had a big hole at corner. Like they got Bryce Hall, but he can't do it by himself, man. They got Tyreek Hill. Now in the division, Devontae Parker's now with the Patriots, so they got receivers there galore. And Stephon Diggs is there, so somebody got to cover them. So I got Amar Gardner at 3. Number 5 for the New York Giants, I took Ike Ekwonu, tackle out of NC State. Now he can go plug in and play the right tackle while Andrew Thomas play left tackle. So that solidifies the bookend tackles for the Giants. And then at 6, I have the Panthers taking Evan Neal, left tackle out of Alabama. Yes, I know Kenny Pickett is enticing here, but it's like you got to solidify that offensive line first. Sam Darnold, he got off to a good start last year, then just fizzled down the, play calling and bad protection and stuff like that. So we give him some protection. Maybe add another receiver to. And like I say, he doesn't pan out this year. You got the next year draft is much better. If not, trade for Baker or somehow Jimmy G. Simple. But I got him going Evan Neal right here at 6'7". I have the Giants taking George Karlaftis, defensive end out of Purdue. Like I said, they need pass rush. Like I said, they got Azeez Ojulari, and that's it, and Lorenzo Carter, but none of them guys scared offensive coordinators. So you need somebody who's gonna scare them. Like when the Giants were winning Super Bowl, they had a mean pass rush. So I got, I get them giving them George Karlaftis right here, number 7. Number 8, the Falcons can use a lot of stuff right here, but their receiving core is like flat out god awful. So I got them going Garrett Wilson, wide receiver out of Ohio State. Give Mariota some weapons, man. No way besides just throwing the ball to Cal Pitts. Calvin Ridley is out for the year. But when he comes back, you got Calvin Ridley, Garrett Wilson, and Cal Pitts. And Cordell Patterson. You got something to work with because you got to be able to score some points to have a chance in this league. All right. So number 9, got the Seahawks taking Charles Cross, left tackle out of Ole Miss. Like I said, they got Drew Lock. He's not going to be there long term, but they have a hold on both tackles. So get that solved right here. And, get your quarterback second round. And if not, you can get a quarterback next year. You'll have 2 first-round picks. So, just because you don't get your quarterback this year, don't mean you won't get them. Teams just have to be patient. And then the Commanders at 11, I had them taking Jameson Williams, wide receiver at Alabama. They can use some receiver help because Ty McLaren, we don't know what's going on with him with his contract. Denami Brown's good. Curtis Samuel's good with those guys, the slot receiver. So why not give him another speedster, especially, and then by the time he's ready, it'll be like week 8, week 9, he can come in and help them out. All right, number 12, I had the Vikings taking Trent McDuffie, cornerback out of Washington. They got 2 corners projected to go in the first 2 rounds. And Kyla Gordon, but I got Trent McDuffie, like I said earlier when I was doing this. I was going to recap our mock draft from last night. Patrick Peterson's a free agent. No, I ain't a free. He's still there, but Jeff Gladney's gone. Mike Hughes is gone. Trey Wayne's not there no more, so they need somebody to play opposite of Patrick Peterson. All right, and then at 13, I have the Texans taking Drake London. Like I said, all the receiver they have there is just Brandon Cooks, Nick Nico Collins, and then Chris Conley. That's not going to do it. So give Davis Mills a big receiver, like how they did when they had Andre Johnson. And then at 14, I have the Ravens taking Derek Stingley Jr. He probably won't fall here unless it just be a heavy run on lineman and lineman quarterbacks and edge rush. But our brother can drain right. So I got Derek Stingley right here. Like I said, Marlon Humphrey coming off injury. Marcus Peters coming off injury, so we need help in that defensive backfield bad. So at number 15, have the Eagles taking Mr. Kyle Hamilton, safety out of Notre Dame. Like I said, they lost Rodney McLeod, and then like I said, they have no other safety. Anthony Harris is a free agent, so they need a safety right there. So why not give them the best one in the draft at 15? Number 16, I have the Saints taking Bernard Raymond, left tackle out of Central Michigan. Can play left or right tackle, but for the Saints, it's going to play left tackle because Tyron Armstead is gone. He's in Miami. He's in South Beach chilling with his feet up in the 305. So at 17, the Chargers, I gave them Jordan Davis. Because like I said, they got Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa. So putting him right there instantly upgrades their interior defensive line. Now Jordan Davis will command a double team. So will Jeffrey Tillery and Justin Jones. I mean, them guys get to come off the edge one-on-one, and you don't want that. Excuse me. And then at 18, I have the Eagles going defense again with Devin Lloyd, linebacker out of Utah. Like I said, linebacker called flat out stinks. T.J. Edwards, L. Singleton, A.B. Williamson. You gotta get yourself a dog there. Last time the Eagles had a good linebacker core, they went up going to Super Bowl. Not saying that they're going to do that, but they had Jordan Hicks, Donnell Ellaby, and Nigel Bradham. So yeah, They need a dog at linebacker. Then they had, like I said, Jeremiah Trotter and guys like that. So I'm getting them Devin Lloyd at number 18. Excuse me, number 19. Of the Saints taking Chris Olave, wide receiver out of Ohio State. Like I said, they got Mike Thomas, who ain't played for a whole year. He's coming back off injury. Then you got Marquise Callaway, and you got Deontay Harris. These guys are not number one receivers, so go ahead and help Mike Evans out. Not Mike Evans. Mike Thomas out with Chris Olave. Sorry, I put that slip at the top. At 20, with the Steelers, I gave him Malik Willis, quarterback, out of Liberty, because like I said, Mr. Trubisky is not a long-term answer. He only signed a 2-year deal. So, yeah, like I said, after this year, they can waive him. So if they feel like Malik Willis is ready, they can go ahead and waive him or just make Mitch the backup. Like I said, they can use extra quarterback, especially with the unfortunate passing that Dwayne Haskins, man. Rest in peace, man. Prayers and condolences with his friends and family and his teammates from college and in the NFL. It's a tragic accident that happened to him, only 24 years old. So at 22, Packers, we're going to get him Treylon Burks, wide receiver out of Arkansas. And he can use it. Like I said, no Devontae Parker, no Montez Valdez Scantling, no Aquania St. Brown. So somebody has to go catch the ball. So it's only Adam Lazard, Sammy Watkins, Randall Cobb, Mike Rodgers. Not going to cut it. So go ahead and get on the big fella out of Arkansas. At 23, as I just said early when I recapped my mock draft from last night, they got to keep pressure off Kyler Murray because he's been getting banged up. So I'm giving him Tyler Linderbaugh, send out of Iowa. Like they need that captain in the O-line to keep everything together so Kyler won't take no unnecessary hits and get pressure get pressure in his face. Because he can elude edge rusher, but he can't do that much pressure right up his face, and then Aaron Donald and all them guys are right there waiting on him. So with the Cowboys at 24, okay, got him taking Zion Johnson, guard out of Boston College, so he can slide in that right tackle or left guard. Like I said, they got Zach Martin at right guard. He could probably play right tackle as well. It all depends how they want to do it, but they definitely got to address their offensive line. 25, I have the Bills taking Kyer Elam. Could have went receiver, but like I said, they got Diggs and Gabriel Davis and Crowder to hold it down for now. They can go receiver later on. They need a big cornerback because Davis White coming off of 20 Seattle. Levi Wallace is now in Pittsburgh, so I just leave them with Teron Johnson. It's the only healthy corner, and that's not going to cut it. So I'm giving them Kyer Elam right here, 6'2", 205 pounds, man. Can play the ball. His family has NFL pedigree, although them guys wasn't really great, but it's still good to have NFL experience in your family. So hopefully he learned from their mistakes and shortcomings. The Titans at 26, I gave them Kenyon Green, guard / tackle out of Texas A&M. Like I said, they lost Roger Saffold, so he can slide right in and play guard. Keep that offensive line together. Like I said, you got Derrick Henry. He's going to be coming back healthy now, so you can still run the ball. You got your Taylor Lewan. You got You got Kenyon Green. I don't know if Ben Jones is center and your right tackle. I think it's the kid out of North Dakota State. I forgot. That was blocking for Trey Lance. I forgot his name. So at 27, the Bucs are getting Devontae Wyatt. I said I could have gave him a quarterback, but it was like, I'm gonna go ahead and give him defensive line and be political correct right here. So no, they go, Brady's going to still there, but Brady's 55,000 years old, so he's not going to play forever. But I'm going to play it safe and get him Devontae Wyatt, defensive tackle out of Georgia. You put him up there with VFA and those guys and Sue, he's going to cause havoc, create double teams with Shaq Barrett and JPP and Joe Tryon. Chinooka can, get to the quarterback. All right, 28. I got the Packers taking the Kobe Dean, linebacker out of Georgia. Like I said, pay him right there with Devondre Campbell, who they just gave an extension to. So, they can go ahead and just roam in the middle of the field, man. They haven't had two good middle linebackers at the same time since A.J. Hawk and Nick Barnett, if I'm not mistaken. So at 29, I have the Kansas City Chiefs going wide receiver, Johan Dodson. Not completely replacing Tyreek Hill, but it's a step toward. So you get Johan Dodson, you got Montez Valdez-Scantling, and Juju Smith-Schuster. So you got a decent receiving core. You still got Josh Gordon there for what it's worth. If he can stay off the weed. With Steven, they say stay off the weed. So their second first round pick, I have them going cornerback Kyla Gordon out of Washington. A lot of people say he's better than Trent McDuffie. He's taller, he's 6'1", he's 5'11", more aggressive. So Chiefs get better in the secondary right here with this pick with Kyla Gordon at 31. And at 32, I'm sorry, 30 at 31. I'm sorry, I almost forgot the Bengals pick. I'm sorry, I don't want y'all to think I'm trying to skip y'all. So at 31, I got the Bengals taking Trevor Pennant, right tackle out of Northern Iowa. Like I said, I know they went. You got Leo Collins, Ted Carr, Ellis Kappa. They lost Billy Price and they lost, I think, Quentin Spain. So now you play Leo. Now you play Leo Collins at left guard, and you put Trevor Pennant at right tackle. Then you got Trevor Pennant, Alex Kappa, Ted Carr, Leo Collins, and then Jonah Williams from Alabama. That's the main offensive line. I think Joe Shiesty, as they like to call him, Joe Burrow, he'll be very pleased with that. Then at number 32, I got the Lions taking Kenny Pickett. I only got 2 quarterbacks going in the first round. It could be more. I could be just talking outside of my neck. So I got the Lions going Kenny Pickett. Jared Goff is not their long-term answer. Like I said, they can get out of that contract and save a lot of money. Like I said, the Rams paid the bulk of it. So Kenny Pickett right here at 32 to the Lions. And then now I'm about to start the second round. So at 33, I got the Jags taking Lewis Sane, safety out of Georgia. They need safety help bad. Like Andrew Wingard, them guys. Sean Jenkins, my guy from Miami, but they're not gonna cut it. So pair him up with Andre Cisco. You got a main safety tied him back there. Number 34, have the line. You want defensive line again? They need to build a culture there in Detroit. Last time Detroit made the playoffs, they had a main D line with Dominican Sue, Nick Fairley. What's my guy name? The defensive end. That Cliff Averill and all them guys there. They need to build that back up. So I'm giving them Travis Jones, defensive tackle out of UConn, boy, can shed everything, man. Stop the run, push the pocket, the whole nine, man. He's really a first round talent that fell to the second. So at 35, Jets, y'all gonna love this. I finally get y'all a receiver. Give me y'all a receiver. At 10, I get y'all Jermaine Johnson. Yep. I'm giving y'all a receiver right here. I'm giving y'all George Pickens out of Georgia, national champion. He got hurt, so his numbers weren't the same as the year before. But 6'3", 200 pounds can go get that thing. So give Zach Wilson some more weapons. So we gave him a corner, gave him an edge rusher, and gave him a receiver. They can use a tackle, but they'll be good for now. All right, so at 36 with the Giants, gave them Quay Walker, linebacker out of Georgia, national champion. All the linebackers are going to get drafted this year. Quay Walker already took N'Kobe Dame. Channing Tindall's going to go somewhere in the second or third. So was Nolan Dane, those guys. Nolan Smith, I said Nolan Dane. Need inside linebacker help bad. Like I said, it's just Blake Martinez, and that's not going to be enough. So at number 37, I got the Patriots. Not the Patriots. Shit, slow down. The Houston Texans selecting Jalen Petrie, corner, safety out of Baylor. They need help everywhere. Like I said, it's not a position on this. That's why when you do their mock drafts, they say every position needed, and it's the truth. So Jalen Petrie can go in and help that secondary. They lost Justin Reed. They lost a couple other corners. So why not get a versatile guy that can help them out and be an immediate impact? So at number 38, I got the Jets going Dax Hill, corner, safety out of Michigan. They need to go secondary again. Now you got Ahmad God, and then you go Dax Hill. Let's build up that secondary. And you got Jermaine Johnson coming off the edge. So, yeah, make that Jets defense great again. And they got the defensive minded head coach in Robert Saleh. So, yeah. At 39, the Bears, gave them Abram Lucas, tackle out of Washington State. They can use receiver, use corner, but they got to protect Justin Fields first before anything. So, and they'll get a receiver and another DB down the line, but you got to protect your quarterback first. And then number 40, I have the Seahawks taking Matt Corral. See, got him a quarterback out of Ole Miss. I gave him the tackle, now I gave him the quarterback. He can, sit this year, and then after that, take over and be the long-term starter. They got Russ in the third round, so they're getting him in the second. And then I gave them Roger McCray at 41. They could use edge rush, but by that corner outside of Sidney Jones, and they lost DJ Reed. That corner, they need some help there. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they'll dress edge rush in the later rounds, or they'll go sign a veteran like those guys like Cloudy out there, Justin Houston. It's just some guys out there that they can pick up if they don't get it dressed through the draft. Trey Flowers, Emerson Griffin, etc. Uh, at 42, the Colts, I had them taking Tyler Smith, tackle out of Tulsa. Like I said, they got a big hole there because, Eric Fisher's gone. And they have a hole at right guard as well. Because, Mike McGlowski got released, so he retired. So go ahead and repatch that old line up. You got your left guard, center, right tackle. So you get them 3 spots solidified. So plug in those other 2 spots, and you can get always a veteran receiver. They say Julio supposed to be linking up back with Matt Ryan. So that solves your receiver problem right there for the moment. So go ahead and get them Tyler Smith at left tackle. And then at 43, get the Falcons Drake Jackson, edge rush out of USC, 6'6", 260. You can get to the quarterback. They need help there bad. So why not get a guy that's been productive in college? At number 44, got the Browns taking David Ojabo. He get to sit for this year. Well, no, he'll be ready, but just like second half year, and you pay him with Myles Garrett. That's a mean combo right there. Him and Myles Garrett coming off the edge. So yeah, got him right there at 44. And then 45 for the Ravens, I gave them Nick Barnito, edge rush out of Oklahoma, 6'6", 250, can bend the corner, get to the quarterback, man. I think he had like 8 sacks. So definitely that's a position I need as well with Tyus Bowser coming off injury and stuff like that. Number 46, I have the Vikings taking Sam Howell, quarterback out of North Carolina, because like I said, Kirk Cousins, he just signed another 1-year deal, so he's not going to be that long time. Plus, he's getting older, so they're going to eventually want to part ways. So they're going to do it right here with Sam Howell. Number 47, I got the Washington Commanders taking Brian Asamoah, linebacker out of Oklahoma. They need to put, pass somebody with Jamin Davis. Khalid Hudson, he's more of an edge guy, but he can play either or. So they get more speed right there in the middle of the defense. At number 48, I got the Bears finally going receiver Jalen Tolbert out of South Alabama. He had 1,000 yards and like 8 touchdowns. Kid can go run like a 4.4, 6'1", 6'2", got good size to him. So give Justin Fields another weapon. And at 49, got the Saints going quarterback Desmond Ritter. They finally got their guy. James only has on a 2-year deal, so now you got Desmond Ritter. He can come step in when he's ready. Number 50, the Chiefs taking Boye Mafe, defensive end out of Minnesota. To continue to add to that defensive front. You can play opposite of Frank Clark. Like I said, the Chiefs defense need an overhaul. 51, got the Eagles taking Jaquan Brisker, safety out of Penn State. Now you pair him with Kyle Hamilton. Now you got a good young safety talent for the next 4 or 5 years. 52, got the Steelers taking Luke Geoduke. I think I said it right. Tackle out of Central Michigan, the other tackle. Like I said, they need help at tackle bad. They wouldn't sign the guard and the center, but they need help at a tackle, but ASAP. 53, the Packers, I gave them edge rusher since they lost. Zadarius Smith, Arnold, Ebiketie, edge rusher out of Penn State. He had 9 sacks. So they need that production. They lost was Zadarius Smith. 54, the Patriots, Troy Anderson, linebacker out of Montana. No Jamie Collins, Dante Hightower got released. So now you got him. He can come in there and plug and play. Number 55, the 49ers, I gave him Tariq Woolen, cornerback out of University of Texas, San Antonio, I think. UTSA. 6'4", 200 pounds, man. They need help. They signed Tre'Davious Ward free agency, but they still need another guy because Josh Norman wasn't cutting it, man. He on his last leg. And then at 56, they get the Cowboys, Jamari Sawyer, guard tackle out of Georgia. Like I said, he can come in and play left guard or right tackle for him. So they definitely need help on that offensive line. Why not keep building it up? Hold up. I had the Eagles taking Kyle Hamilton and Devin Lloyd, Earl. Two defensive players. Their defense got to get rebuilt. I know you probably want a receiver, but wasn't none on the board at the time that was worth it. So where was I? All right, cool. Right here with the Cowboys. 57, Bills, Martin Emerson. They need cornerback help bad. Like I said, Tre'Davious White coming off injury. Like I said, no Levi Wallace, so they need depth there. They got receivers with Stephon Diggs and all that. So yeah, Olave was gone to the Saints already, Earl. All right, so number 58, Falcons. I got them taking DeMarvin Leal, edge rusher out of Texas A&M. He could play 5 technique and 3 technique, 6'5", I believe like 285. Had 9.5 sacks, so the Falcons need everybody as much as they can on defense. N'Kobe, I gave y'all Devin Lloyd. That's why y'all ain't getting N'Kobe Dean, Earl. Relax. Number 59, Packers again. Gave them Logan Hall, defensive tackle out of Houston. They could use some help in the interior to help out Kenny Clark, who's coming off an injury. So yeah, they gave them. So they knocked with pass rush and interior D line back to back. So like I said, losing Darius Smith, going to hurt. So they gotta have to replace him some way somehow. All right, number 60 with the Bucks. Gave them Nick Cross, safety out of Maryland. Like I say, lost Jordan Whitehead. And this kid just rose his stock after the combine, ran a 4.4 flat. So, yeah, 6'1", 200 pounds. Come downhill. Him and Antoine Winfield be a safety talent for the next couple of years. All right. Then with the Chiefs right here, the 49ers are 61. I gave them Cam Taylor-Britt, cornerback out of Nebraska. Yeah, because like I said, they need help in the secondary bad. Lost a few corners of free agency. So now I'll go corner again to help them out right here. All right, and then the Chiefs at 62, I gave them Sky Moore, wide receiver out of Western Michigan. Like I said, they lost Tyreek Hill. It's going to take a couple guys to replace him. So now I gave them Johan Dodson first round and Sky Moore on the second. So yeah, Mahomes still has some weapons in throw too in Kansas City. 63. The Bengals gave him Marcus Jones, cornerback, slot corner out of Houston. Small, 5'8", but physical as hell, man, and can return kicks and punts. So, tough, man. Watch this film, kid come up, tackle everything, man. He's just undersized. So that's just going to probably hurt him in the long run. But the kid is going to be a hell of a football player whoever take a chance on him. And then the last pick of the second round, I got the Broncos taking Chad Muma, linebacker out of Wyoming, because they need help at inside linebacker bad. They signed Randy Gregory, so they have him and Chubb coming off the edge. And they got Jonathan Cooper from Ohio State they took last year, I think in the third round. So that'll be pretty set there. But Chad Muma come in right away and help that linebacker go out. So that's it, man. That's my final mock draft, first and second round. So y'all can rewatch this video. Let me know what y'all think. Some people gonna be happy, some people not gonna be happy. So hey, it's all good. But that's the thing about doing mock drafts. It's your personal opinion. Teams gonna have their own draft board, gonna have their own way of thinking and what they need to address. So thank you guys for tuning in, man. Love y'all guys. Be great on the way to the figure 8 and always remember the hashtag KTSC. Keep that same energy from your host, Justin P. Love you guys. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow when I do a final draft review video for the draft. I'm out.